Hey guys, welcome out to part two of Module 6 Gold Mine Researching. Today we're going to go over utilizing fulfillment sites. So a fulfillment site is any place where you'll find your product or any place that you'll actually fulfill your product when somebody buys it. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to use this same site in order to find the different products that we have. So we did search one way through niche marketing, right? Now this is a website. It's called AliExpress. AliExpress is is a is a place basically kind of like an eBay, except for you actually receive wholesale items overseas, and you can find tons of different items from it. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and look at a niche. Let's go ahead and type in Disney. All right. Now, when you are doing your products, you do want to be careful of licensed niches. It is okay to do it. Just make sure that when you receive if you receive a CND, that you want to go ahead and stop. You can also check out unlicensed niches as well, such as cell phone cases and things like that as well, if that is an issue for you. Um, so now you can see just by typing in Disney that you can see like different items that are selling and that you can try out, right? And so now you can go by the best match, or we can go by what's newest. Now, seeing as Halloween is coming up, some of these wigs may actually be in as far as targeting, and cell phone cases are definitely always in. Utilizing just different things like this, right? And so utilizing Disney. We also said Joker before, so let's type in the Joker and let's see what type of items that they have here. And here go some of the best matches. You can see that there's a lot of sales on them. Now, places like these that have a lot of sales on them, and you see the stars and also the jewels, this means that they've been used a few times and that they have a good rating. So places that have a good rating, this is what you're kind of looking for, simply because of the fact that you don't want to be hustled over for your products. You want to make sure that you have the right, that you have somebody that's valuable and somebody that's reliable in order to get to your customers. And that ultimately leaves out a headache for you. So you can see like there's a ton of different items here that you can sell. Um, and all it really takes is just checking out one of these, looking at the rates, looking at what people buy, um, and just taking a look at it. So now, this is if you already have a niche. So let's go ahead and look at one with more orders, right? Okay, and so when we look at one with more orders, you can see that some of it is not as relevant. That's why the best match works better. But you can see that there are still some things with it. And also what this does is it gives you another idea as into what you can actually sell. Because like I said, you can pretty much sell anything. You'll see that inside the noise marketing section, that some of these items you're going to be able to sell. So just because you're searching for one niche, keep your eye open, because you can try different things like this set right here. Try this as free plus shipping items, right? There's so many different marketing strategies that you can use that that you can't help but win. So basically, like, if you go through every one of these modules and you try every one of these out, you're sure to make some money. Okay, so there is no losing with these modules. But yeah, you can see some of the same items that we saw before, but tons and tons of items. And let's go ahead and go by seller rating. Let's go by seller rating, and we can see who has the top ratings. And like, you can see like some of these jewels right here. These are great. These are the actual rubies. And this is all from the same keyword search of the niche that we found in the last module, right? And so all this is doing is just telling us, like, some of the ratings that the sellers have. It's not necessarily telling us if it sells or not, but just the ratings that the seller has. And you can also go by price. So if you're going by price, this will help you out with some of your free just pay shipping items, or some different items. And now you can see like there's a whole new niche right here, Stitch. And that's actually a pretty good niche. This is only 29 cents a piece. With ePacket 244, that is a great free just pay shipping item. All right, and So we can go ahead and type in Stitch here. This is why it's good to keep an eye out. And you can see that there is tons of more stuff that you can look at. So finding the product is definitely not a problem. Um, all it really takes is just it's just these different research methods that we are using. So now AliExpress is not the only one. And let's say that you get stuck. Let's say that you don't have a niche. How can you find a niche just using just AliExpress, right? Let's click on AliExpress. And here you can see super deals. And you can just take a look and see what is it that has the greatest deals. There's some electronic items. Electronic items do sell as well. You just want to kind of make sure that it's a valuable seller and see what some of the reviews are. Make sure that the item is working. So let's go back to super deals. And they have tons of deals here. You can go to men's clothing, see what people are buying with men's clothing. If there's anything that you can utilize. Phone accessories. Perfect. Computer and office. All of these electronic items that you can use. Consumer electronics. Jewelry and watches. Home and garden. So you can see that there is tons and tons of things that you can choose from that will help you jog your mind and see what is it that you can use. Now, like this one right here, you can actually target people that own automobile owners. And that is definitely available on Facebook. You can target automobile owners and see who will want to buy a vacuum that runs inside the car, right? So, like, there's tons of things that are just super convenient. Now, another strategy to use with AliExpress is also looking at the featured brands. This automatically gives you like a good seller. And you can just see some of the featured products that they have. These are like AliExpress favorites and things like that. And one of my favorites is also the best selling. Just click on the best sellers and you can kind of take a look and see what niches are even selling the best. So some of these are being bought by regular people. Some of these are being bought by some of these are being bought by other e-commerce entrepreneurs. For fulfillment reasons. And so when you see these things that are selling, you can utilize these to your advantage. Right? And that's weekly best selling. So that was just in the week. Let's see what the hot products are. And you can see tons and tons of different ones that we can use. All right, so let's go with, all right, so we can even go with tech discovery, and the options are endless. They are just endless of everything that you can use, because each and every one of these items you can test out, and it's all in the testing. What you don't want to do is be afraid of testing, because some of these items, even if it's never been used before, sometimes they make you tons of money. Let's see trending styles. Trending right now. All women, men, kids and babies. For those of you that are into the baby thing, there are different items that you can use. Donald Duck is easily targeted. Easily. All right? And we can even go with just the new arrivals. So you can see that AliExpress has tons of ways that you can do it. Now, for those of you that don't use AliExpress, because you do have to get verified for Alipay, so I wouldn't suggest starting off with AliExpress, but wait a couple of weeks, about 2 to 3 weeks, so that you can actually make sure that you're verified. In that way that you can fulfill your items. So what you want to do is you can also go to eBay. Now let's go ahead and type in Stitch again. And this is a great way to double check your niches when you find them, to see if they're selling, is by going like to different eBay and different things like that. Now, watch count is officially associated with eBay, and what it does is it allows you to search what's being watched or which has the highest watch count online based off of the keywords that you use, or even just some of the categories over here. All right. And what's also great about it, or great about eBay orders period, is the fact that some of the different countries. So if you're selling in different countries, you can go. They have different places where you can find these at, and so you're not limited to just the U.S. still. For those of you that do not use AliExpress, but you can actually ship to anywhere in the world with eBay as well. Don't let anything stop you from shipping where you, or finding the products that you need to go to. Okay, so let's go ahead and type in Lilo and Stitch. And you can see that there are some items here: 131 watches, 163 watches, 502. So I get a lot of questions about like what's the best watch count that you're looking for. What is great. So now what you have to realize is that there are different items. So some of these actually match up with one another. So this one has 163 watches. This one has 106. That lets me know that there are 269 people that are looking at these different items. Now this past sales on this right side corner, that lets me know that there is 101 people that bought this item already and 186 people on this side that already bought as well. Right? So, and you can see like some are just like some of them are still the similar same items, and like those feet we saw about like 3 or 4 times already, and they sold over 100 times each time. Each time that they sold. So you can see here that eBay actually sells these items too. Now, what I do want you to know is that eBay is a little bit different than Shopify because eBay is search traffic. So you don't want to use necessarily everything that's on eBay, but you want to try something that you can target, something that you can actually sell through Facebook. So for instance, a generic Facebook charger is not really going to sell well on Facebook because if anybody wants it, they can go to the store and go pick it up, or they're just going to go ahead and search for it when they want it. Granted, you may get like one or two, but it's not enough to sustain a profitable business. So what you want to do is you want to choose items that either people are going to have trouble finding, items that if you put inside their mind, if you put in front of their face, that they're just going to be so passionate and see, and they're going to think about actually buying the item. Now, here's the thing about why people want to buy from you rather than these sites. The reason why people want to buy from you rather than these sites is one, they don't know about it, or B, they find more trust with you on Shopify with a website than these vendors on eBay. And 3, they never thought to look for it. And so these are the things that you want to keep in mind for yourself, is that if they never is there anything that somebody never thought to look for? So something like this cartoon Lilo and Stitch Scrump plush toy, some people might not think about, oh, well, let me go look for this on eBay, or let me go look for this on AliExpress or Amazon. And when they see it cross on Facebook, they're like, oh, this is awesome. Let me grab this right now. Let me grab this for my daughter. I want this for my Lilo and Stitch collection. People that actually collect these type of items. And there are tons of things that are collectible. So this is just one way. Now, what if you don't have a niche? Once again, you can just go ahead and go to, we can go ahead and just refresh this, and we're going to see what it looks like. Oh, we got to remove this. So let's say that we don't have a niche. Let's just see. So if you just click show me what's popular, just on no category, you can see what people are buying the most. And you can see that cell phone cases are very big. So not only that, but you can go through each one. If you're looking for baby stuff, show me what's popular, leave it open. Now here's what's great. Let's say that you want to cross niche these items. Let's say that we go with Lilo and Stitch and inside the baby category. What can we possibly get? We see even more plush toys. Awesome. And they're pretty high. And the thing about it is that people are still buying them. I'm one at 35. And so these also look pretty new too. So let's try books. Okay, you just see different books, and now you can see once again if you keep an open mind, you'll see that there are different things that you can look at. So we see like some of these books here, but then look here, we see Harry Potter. Now we all know that there is tons of Harry Potter fans. You can see that there's over 2,000 people that's bought this item alone over here on this side, and over 2,000 people watching it. So you can actually do that as well, and also look at just Harry Potter in general. So let's go back to no category and go to Harry Potter. Perfect. So now you see that there is tons of different items that are being sold, different things that you can use. Here's something great. Let's go over to actual eBay and see how we can utilize this too. All right. So now eBay itself, you can use the same type of method as you did with AliExpress. We can look at motors, different collections, look at all categories. And so if we actually click on today, we see featured collections and what's trending today. So let's just do today's trending collections, right? And here we see a lot of different items. And this one, you can actually get inside the health niche as well. As far as clothing and apparel, that is very good with the health niche, especially if you could cross niche them. You can find something that they're more so passionate about and something that they can use. Cookware, purses, toys, things like that. These are all things that you can try out on your Shopify store. And once again, we see that there is NFL gear, which is very big at this time. All right, so even like pool products. So you can see that there are limitless possibilities as well with eBay. So let's go ahead and move on to Amazon. Now Amazon is great because Amazon's time frame is a lot better than eBay's and AliExpress. Now, actually, I'll show you guys. So one of the things that I see with AliExpress is that sometimes the items take super long. So if we just click on one of these interests or finds, we're just going to choose one category. And so you see that this one takes 12 to 20 days, and that's with ePacket. I'm going to see with one that's not ePacket. ePacket is the best way to go, just so you know. So ePacket, it arrives within a short amount of time, and they give you tracking numbers, and that's less of a headache for you, especially when your customers are wondering where the item is, because it is coming from overseas. Now, there are certain items that will not arrive for a very long time. So let's just type in blue and let's see what happens. All right, so let's type in blue, and I'm seeing like a lot of ePacket. Now, this one is not ePacket. Let's see how long that this takes to get there. So this one takes 28 to 38 days just to get there. Not to mention that there is probably a 7-day processing as well. And sometimes it's actually worse. You can see like this one is 19 to 39. I've seen up to 60 days before. So you want to be careful. Look at those shipping dates when you're actually doing this. And an on-time delivery is guaranteed at 60 days. Right? So basically, you couldn't even get your money back until 60 days. Now, how many customers do you know want to wait 7 days or 67 or 68 days to receive their item? Not many. And so what this calls for is a lot of headaches, a lot of emails, but it is definitely doable. You can go ahead and just contact them. But what you want to make sure that you do is that you let them know that this item is going to take a while to reach you. Right? So going back to Amazon, same thing. Oh yeah, same thing with eBay. They'll tell you how long it takes because some of these are actually being drop shipped from AliExpress too. So what you were looking for is once you find a product, you just want to look at the time that it takes to ship there. So you can see that this one arrives with September 3rd, in between September 3rd and September 20th. Now it'll notify you with this orange flag if it's going to take more than 7 business days. All right. So that is key and important too. Let's go to Amazon, and automatically off top, recommended and toys and games. You can see like some of these items that are recommended. So So in here you want to look at different products, and you can kind of just look at let's look at today's deals. And let's see what's being seen. So you can see that there's a crock pot, there's different tables and chairs, and some of these tables actually sell. Some of these things actually sell, but once again, you want to make sure that it's worth it and check what you are selling. So sometimes you may find an item that is higher somewhere. You're gonna check around for the cheapest one. So let's type in Lilo and Stitch again and see what we can find here. Awesome. I'm seeing the DVD. I'm seeing the pillow. I'm seeing the plush toy. And these Prime ones, this is great because you can receive these within 2 days. So you can ship these off and then have the person receive it within 2 days. So sometimes the price is worth it. For instance, this one is $28.93. You can now make this $39.99 or even higher, and knowing that they're going to receive this item in about 2 days. All right. So that is one way. Utilizing these different categories on the left. 2010 and newer is a great way. Taking off this category, and let's just go with all departments. Take off Lilo and Stitch, and let's see where it takes us, right? And now you see some more of the generic items that you have. You can just start off with even just cameras. Plenty of photographers that buy things off of Facebook. Not necessarily want to sell a $4,000 camera on Facebook. It's just not smart to do. But there are other items that you can use. Once again, keeping an open mind. Let's just type in camera and see if there's anything that we can use. All right, maybe a $52 camera. That's a lot better. This lens that goes on the iPhone, perfect. Once again, phone accessories are very good. So things like this is definitely good for you, and you can see that it's an Amazon bestseller with 642 likes. Okay. So last place I want to take you to is Wanelo. Now Wanelo is a place where pretty much all of these e-commerce spots go together. And you guys can also check out other things like Etsy.com, Wish.com, and utilize these too and just find different products. So let's say that we see this Pokemon here. Once again, a very fast and secure way to in order to find your item. And let me go ahead and sign in for you guys so that we can have. I'm already logged inside Facebook. Okay, cool. So this way, you can see the items inside of here, and you can just kind of like check out some of them, or you can also still type in your niche. So it looks like here there's a bunch of women's clothes on here. Let's see what Magic has. Nothing. Okay, cool. So, or trending. This is perfect. Trending. Let's see what everybody else is looking at. Kylie Jenner. Seeing a lot of different clothing. Hats with the word lit. Now, you guys can use some of these. We're going to just talk about that a little bit later, about creating your own styles and things like that. But what you're looking for is the different saves. So something like this may be something that you want to try if you know exactly who you want to target. But just like things that are trending, you can see that there are thousands of likes, thousands of saves that you can use. And it just gives you tons and tons of ideas. All right. And so now let's go ahead and type again. There go that health niche again. So let's go ahead and type in Lilo and Stitch and see what happens. Awesome. And now we have even more items. And some of these look familiar, right? We see them on AliExpress. So what you always want to do is go back and make sure that you have the cheapest way available. Now this is interesting because this is Stitch and the alien from Toy Story mixed together. So that is something else that you can look into and see if you can match that up as well. And you're just seeing like tons of these different items that you can use. So that does it for using your fulfillment sites. Of course, there's tons of different fulfillment sites, other websites that you can use. If you guys see this, then what you want to do is you want to utilize these for your good. And so just go ahead and look through some of these, and then find different products, look at different niches that you can use, and test it out on your own Shopify store. All right. And so I'm gonna see you guys in the next module.